Guys, welcome back to another video. As you guys know, we've been discussing how to create an online web application from scratch. So today's task is to program the product activation and deactivation process. So as you guys know, we can activate or deactivate a product if we are a seller and we have created products. So now I have logged in as a seller from the San Pereira's account and we have our products over here. So I have given the option to activate or deactivate the product. So right now these products are activated. So I have created the buttons, shown the buttons as deactivate, which is red color. So here we have the badge as inactive. So these are active. So if I click on activate, product should be activated. So let's try this out. So let's confirm it by going to our database. So product X is, the UI UX design mastery is deactivated right now. Let's check it out. So UI UX design mastery status. Let me refresh this. So the status is inactive, other all products are active. So let's activate that product and see whether our database also changed. So it's activated, we get an alert saying product is activated. Let's go to our database. Now if I refresh, this product also becomes active. So let's discuss how did we do that using program. Let's go to our code. So let's go to our product area. So here we have the button active or inactive, deactivate or activate. So for the data product ID, I have given the product ID from the array product. And for the on-click, I have called the function toggle product status. So if we click on the button, we call the JavaScript function toggle product status. So for that, I have passed the parameter as product ID. So ID of the product is passed. And by another PHP scriptlet, I have recorded the product status. I have checked whether the status of the product in our array product is active. If so, then I have set to show the text on the button as deactivate. If it is not active, then I have set to show the text activate. So let's go to our total product status function below in our script area. So this is our product function, the function toggle product status. So we have taken the parameter as product ID, which shows the ID of the product sent from the above. So I have clicked the button and I have taken the product ID, I have data product ID value. Then I have created another constant called original text. So in this, I have taken the text that the button contains. Is it activated or deactivate? Then I have set to disable the button. So while the button is disabled, I have set to change the text on the button to processing. Next, I have created form data and appended the product ID to the form data to send to the server side. So I have sent it to the product status process.php using the post method. So we have sent using JSON and we get the response using JSON. So if the response is success, then I said to create another constant called new status and take the value of the new status to read. And I have given an if else condition over here, and I checked that the new status is inactive. If the new status is inactive, then I said to remove the classes VG red 100, text red 800, border red 300, and to add the classes VG green 100, text green 800, border green 300 to the class of that button. And I have set to make the button text activate. So if it's inactive, this should be happened. So if it is not inactive, then it's obviously active. Then I set to remove the green colors and to add red color and add the text deactivate. Next over here, I changed the status badge. So I created a constant called status badge, and for the buttons closest to PG white, so these items have been taken by the constant status badge. And if we get a value to the status badge variable, then I set to remove the classes green, BG green 100, text green 800, BG red 100, text red 800, and inside that I have another if else condition. And I check whether the new status is active. If so, I have set to add only the green BG green 100 and text green 800 classes, and to show the text as active, so the badge as active. This is not the button, this is the badge, status badge. So let me clarify it. So this is the status button, this is the status badge. So in the else condition I have given the opposite of it and showing active as the badge. So next we have show success message. So I have created a variable called message and created an element, a division tag, and inside the division tag I have given the classes fixed stop 24, BT green 500, text byte sort of classes, and for the content of the message div tag I have given the message product, and I check whether if the new status is active, then show product activated successfully. If it is not active, then I set to show product deactivated successfully. So that message is appearing on top. Let's check it out. So now it's deactivated. So this message is the message we create, product deactivated successfully. Let's activate it. Product activated successfully. So I kept set to keep that message for 3 seconds, and the else I have given, if the alert is, if the response from the server side is not success, then I set to alert the error and to change the text of the button to the original text and to enable the button. Finally, to enable the button. So in the catch area, I have checked whether any errors are occurred. If errors are occurred, I have set to show that error in the console and to alert the text and error occurred while updating the product status. So the user cannot see the actual error, he gets the message and error occurred while updating the product status. So the developers can check what the error is. And I set to turn the button text to original text and to enable the button. So let's go to our server side. So it's in the product process area and it's the product status process. So over here I have checked whether a session is created, if not to start a session, and to require the connection.php file. And for the header, the content type is application JSON, so we use JSON obviously. So here I have checked the authentication by giving an if condition. I have checked whether if anything set to the session logged in, or if the value of the session logged in is not true, or if the session active account type is not set. If either one condition satisfied, then I have set to enter the if condition and echo JSON input success false, so we get an error and the message is unauthorized access. So the response code is 400. Next I have here another variable called user ID and taken the ID, user ID session and the product ID. I have taken the product ID sent from the file side to the side using the post method. If there is any, if an ID is not returned, not sent, I have set to take the value as 0. So here I have fetched the current product status. So I have created a variable called status result and given a search query and taken the status from the product table where the ID matches and the seller ID is the seller ID we used here. And I have given an if condition and check whether we do not get a result from the above search query, or the search query numbers are 0. If either one condition satisfied, I set to encode the message product not found or unauthorized, and the response code is 403. Next I have created another variable called current status and I have assigned the result we get from the status result search query to an associative array, and from that array I have taken status as the value for the current status. And next we have global status over here. So I have created a variable called new status. So over here I have checked whether the current status is active. If the current status is not active, then I have set, if it is active, I have set to take the new status as inactive. If it is inactive, then I have set to take the status as active, or the new status variable. Next we have over here to update the product status. I have created a variable called $result and through an update query I have updated the product table and I have set the new status to the status where the ID matches the product ID and the seller ID is the user ID which we have logged in. And finally I give an if condition and check whether if we get a result or if we successfully update the product from the $result search query. Then I am set to encode the success message as true and the message passed is product status updated successfully. And the new status is passed as the value of the $new status. Next, so if the above update query does not work correctly, then I have to enter the else condition and to show the message fail to update product status, and the response code is submit. So that's it. We successfully discussed how to do the product activation and deactivation. Thank you for watching. Let's meet in the next video.